You have to make it your business to love and appreciate and uplift and celebrate yourself and not your job. Make it your business and not your job to do those things. Because we hate jobs. We hate jobs. Every time you wake up and you have to go on your job, you get upset. But when you're doing things that is building your business, it makes you happy.
Hold on. You said Mr. SD Fresh made this beat?
What is up, everybody? You are here with Holly Swoosh. And I just wanted to go ahead and just kind of get started on the podcast real quick. You know what I'm saying? First of all, this is a positive podcast, so I'm going to be dropping a whole lot of positivity. If you hear with some negativity, hopefully my positivity will drown you all the way out. You know what I'm saying? But the first thing I wanted to start by saying is you have to make it your business to love and appreciate and uplift and celebrate yourself and not your job. Make it your business and not your job to do those things. Because we hate jobs. We hate jobs. Every time you wake up and you have to go on your job, you get upset. But when you're doing things that is building your business, it makes you happy. So when you're making it your business to make you happy, making it your business to make sure you love yourself and appreciate yourself, date yourself, treat yourself to the things that you feel that you deserve and need, it's going to make you even more happier than it would be had you made it your job to do those things. Because if it's your job, it's just a list of things for you to do. And I don't want people to think that that's what it boils all down to. Even with jobs, like, you kind of half-ass stuff on jobs. You don't give it your all. But when it's your business, it's your baby, and you're gonna do what you got to do to make sure your baby is still alive. Think of how a mom loves her baby. Like, not all moms now, because some moms just don't give a damn. But most moms, they give a damn about their child, the well-being of their child. They're going to do what they have to do to make sure the child is fed, make sure the child is clothed, make sure the child has everything that it needs and wants, make sure that the child is loved, and all of that good stuff that comes with having a baby. You know what I'm saying? The things that a baby needs. And that's the same thing when it comes to your business. That's the same thing that it should be when it comes to loving yourself and appreciating yourself and all of that good stuff. That is very, very important. Try it. I promise you. If you get up in the morning, first of all, give thanks to the Creator, and then start appreciating yourself for what you do and what you have done and what you are going to do in the future. Make yourself a to-do list. And put that at the top of your to-do list and do it at least every day for at least 7 to 21 days. I want to say 21 days because that's the amount of time that it takes to create a habit, 21 days. But I say at least 7 to 21 days. Make it a habit to just appreciate yourself. Don't let other people appreciate you. I mean, they're going to do that regardless, if they're good people that are around you. But try to do it for yourself and see how that works out for you. More than likely, it's going to bring nothing but joy, peace, and harmony to you because you're going to love yourself. Whether you want to or not, you doing that continuously is going to force you to love yourself. You won't even have a choice. It's like it'll come to you and you not even notice it pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I wanted to make sure that you guys know was to keep doing you. The haters going to hate regardless, period. It does not matter what you're doing. You could be digging in your nose and somebody hating on you. You could be selling shoes and somebody hating on you. You could be selling ass or selling air or just there, not doing anything at all. And people are going to hate you for whatever reason they're going to hate you for. And that's okay. That's okay. And that has nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing. I don't have nothing to do with you. It's none of your business what they think about you. It's none of your business how they feel about you. That has nothing to do with you. That has everything to do with them. You are in charge of your own thoughts and your own destiny. You are the author of your destiny. You are the one that writes out the story. You make the decisions. You take the chances. It's you, no one else. You can't continuously say, oh, well, I got to dedicate this to somebody else because they helped me do da-da-da. You have to give credit to yourself. You had to make the decision to say, okay, well, I'm going to follow this person because this is what they did. And whether success or failure comes from that, it's your decision. And then you can't even look at it as failure because it's just a lesson in your life. You got to understand, guys, your life is a journey. Everything is not going to be perfect. It's not. Think of the celebrities that we have out in the world today. They weren't always celebrities unless they were born into money, unless they were born a celebrity or something like that. But other than that, if they're regular people just like you and I, son, are you kidding me? This type of lifestyle is like going to blow their mind. Like, you got to understand. Always remember. Just celebrate you. That's number one. Celebrate you. Appreciate you. Love you. Because the haters, they going to do what they're supposed to do. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to hate on you. But you going to take them away from their job? Or their career? Or their business? They make it their business to hate on you. You going to make it your business to worry about them hating on you? That's not what we do, baby. That's not what we do. That's not what we do. We don't do that. You got to know that people are going to hate on you. And some people will make it their business to hate on you. And when I say that, I mean they're going to recruit employees to hate on you as well. It's so crazy, but people really do that. I've literally watched somebody do that right before my eyes. Seriously. This person started hating me and she started spewing all this crazy stuff about me too to other people. And then those other people, her new hater employees, are hating on me too. But guess what? Guess how much money that put in my pocket? Guess how much money that took out my pocket? None. It does not matter. It doesn't matter what someone else is thinking. I don't even care. It's none of my business. I'm not going to even be nosy and even worry about what your thoughts are. That's none of my business. But you got to also remember that if people aren't hating on you, then you're not doing something right. Not saying that, people have to hate on you. That's what they're going to do. But if you're doing something right, it's their job to hate on you. That's what a hater does. That's what they're supposed to do. You can't get mad at a hater and say, you're supposed to be loving and appreciating me. No, baby, that's your job. Their job is to hate. That's what they were recruited to do. That's what they're here to do. It's okay. It's okay. That's all right. Another thing I just don't want you guys to... I'm sorry, this is kind of seeming like it's generic because I did write notes and stuff like that because I just wanted to make sure that I was on the right path because I wanted the first episode to be just completely positive and all of that good stuff like that. I am also recording this, so I'm going to post this on YouTube, but please just disregard my background. Here you can see my degree in the back that I'm absolutely not using. I am not employed in my field, and even if I was, we would be laid off right now due to the coronavirus. So that's what that is. But I am gonna be like looking down at my notes and stuff like that, just simply because I want to make sure I'm hitting each of the points, because there's certain things I wanted to talk about, certain things I wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of, because these are the ways that I think about certain things, and sometimes I do lose sight of that. Don't get me wrong, sometimes you will, even after loving yourself and not even worrying about the haters and stuff, sometimes you will have bad days, and sometimes you will not feel as 100 as you thought you would. And even if you do your affirmations in the mirror, looking at yourself, you're pumping yourself up, you're giving yourself all that love, sometimes you just have a bad day and you just don't feel well. You just don't feel up to what you think you are. And that's okay too. We're human. That's going to happen. It's a part of the journey. Like, everything is not going to be perfect. You got to understand that. Just don't let your haters silence you, because I did that. That was one of the things I did. I let a hater silence me. I let a hater say whatever that hater wanted to say about me, literally call me a bum ass bitch to be specific, and I was quieted. I won't say that I was silenced, but I was quieted for a while. I just didn't put out as much jokes and stuff like that, just simply because I didn't want to trigger anybody to do the same thing that she did as well. But what I knew in the back of my mind was, I'm not going to let this slide, because one too many times I've let people do and say all kind of stuff to me. But 2020, I ain't going for that. All right. So you want to call me a bum? Cool. I got a whole t-shirt line dedicated to that. I'm a Black underestimated mastermind. Speaking of which, if you want to go ahead and purchase a t-shirt, you know what I'm saying, a Black underestimated mastermind t-shirt, go ahead and hit me on Facebook in my inbox. You know what I'm saying? My name is HOLLY space SWOOSH Holly Swoosh. Go ahead and inbox me if you want to go ahead and place your order. These are going for $25 right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm taking all of my orders via social media because my website is not up and running yet. It's still under construction. We're still working on that. Please bear with me, okay? All right. But yeah, I let a hater quiet me. And that went on for a good little while until I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something about this, and I'm going to do something about this when things start rolling. What I noticed is that Moesha started... I also play Charleston Moesha. I had a video out, I want to say a year or two or maybe 3 now ago, where I was putting it up on Facebook, YouTube, and all of that stuff. If Moesha was from Charleston, that went hell. So I was kind of coined with the what do you call it? With the nickname Charleston Moesha. So as Charleston Moesha, of course, I have a little bit of a platform and stuff like that. So with me saying all of that, I'm saying all of that to say this: use your platform in the way that it needs to be used. This was a way for me to tell people not to let anything or anyone stop them from doing what they know that they were called to do, period. And I hate to even say that because it sounds so churchy, but it's true. You are placed on this earth for a specific reason, and it's up to you to tap into whatever that beast is, whoever that person is, whatever greatness that is, to use whatever gift that is that you are blessed with. Everybody has gifts. You just have to figure out what they are. And sometimes it may take you all of your life. It may take you half of your life. And some people never reach that. Some people never find out who they really are. They live to work on a job and die working on that same job. Some people actually die on the job. That's so sad. They never get to live out their dreams and their talents because of what a hater say or because of fear or whatever. Don't let anything stop you from doing what you know you were called to do. You know this. You know this without a shout of a doubt. You know, this is a God-given talent. I know this is a God-given talent, but you're not using it. That's not fair. That is not fair. It's not fair. You telling me you blessed with this and you hiding it? What? Share that thing, man. God placed you here to share your gifts with the rest of us. Share. You never heard sharing is caring? Yeah, sharing is caring. Care about us enough to share your gifts with us. I can't imagine if the artists that we have out here in the earth, in the world, I just can't imagine had they not shared their talents with us. Like, for instance, Jill Scott. I don't know what my life would be like had Jill Scott never opened her mouth. Had she never been what did she call the thing? Polystane and urethane or some sorry. Jill, I don't know what you were doing. Sorry. But if she had not been doing that and singing while she was doing it and never had opened her mouth, nobody would ever know who Jilly from Philly was, yo. Imagine if Issa Rae never put her show idea on YouTube, son. YouTube. My mind is still, that's my favorite story to tell because my mind is still blown by that. This girl started on YouTube, pitched her shows, got it pitched to one company. They act like they were going to pick it up and something happened. I don't know. That didn't go well, but HBO picked up her show. Son, imagine where she would have been had she not done that. Yo, you got to share your gift, son. You have to. I got one more point I'm going to make and then I'm going to wrap this up because I don't want this to be a super duper long podcast and stuff like that. At least not right now. Not yet. You know what I'm saying? This is the first one and I'm really excited about this, guys. Like, yes. Yes. Oh, also, if you don't know, I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. So that's where we are, Geechee and Gullah. And, you know, there's nobody else that is like us. If you hear somebody talk about a Charleston girl, please understand that is a real person. Like, you know how they be having girls like, oh, this girl from New York. Oh, I could tell you from New York. Trust me, we got the same thing in Charleston, but it's a whole Charleston girl. So sometimes I will tap into my Charleston girl. Sometimes I'll, you know, be neutral. Maybe sometimes I might slip into my Valley girl while I'm doing the podcast and stuff like that. But hey, man, hey. It's still me, cuz. It's still me, fam. It's still me. Come on, check the hand. Ha! I need a lineup too, but we're not going to talk about that. Last point I want to make. Some people will not support you just because it's you. I'm going to say that one more time. Some people will not support you just because it's you. They will see the whole description for something like, oh my God, that is so dope. That's so cool. Look and see that it's your name and keep on scrolling. Won't like it, won't share it, won't love it, none of that stuff. And that's okay. That's okay. That is okay. They usually remember who you were in the past and refuse to just recognize how much work you put in since then to recognize the great person that you are today. You got to understand, man, people don't just become great in one day. Rome was not built in a day. It wasn't. People have to go through these stages, and during that ugly stage, a lot of people see that, and that's all they decide to focus on. That's what a hater does. They're going to decide on the negative parts of your journey and hone in on that, and that's all they see. They don't even see the positivity that comes out of what you're doing. That's okay. Continue to do you. Do not expect to get support from the people that you know. You can't expect that. What? You can't expect people to just support you just because they know you. When I started the videos, first of all, the first thing that I started doing was translations. That's the Charleston translation of Geechee and Gullah words and phrases that we use heavily here in Charleston. So words like bunkie and clappery and in it and any, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Those words. And if you don't know what they are, go ahead and follow me on Instagram _ I am not a comedian. And in the bio, you will see I have a link to my Instagram page with my Translations gear. So the bum shirt can be found there as well. Just give me about 2 days and I'll go ahead and post that up on there. I was just giving Instagram some time because Facebook cutting up over it right now. So I'm going to just give Instagram just a little bit of time. But if you go in there, you can check out my gear where you can see the words and phrases that we use heavily on the different outfits and the many customers and consumers that have the gear, that wear the gear proudly as well as I do. However, anyways, when I started the show, because the merch is based off of the show. So when I started the show, I remember not getting as much love from the people I knew. Like the people from high school or stuff, or the people that I knew from church when I was growing up and stuff like that, or just people I knew from different jobs I worked and stuff like that. I got 0 shares from them, from what I can remember. It was all, the majority of it was from a lot of people I did not know. We may have been from Charleston, or they may have known people that were living in Charleston or something like that, but they weren't my friends. I didn't know them. Like the first supporter, the first person that ever bought a t-shirt from me when I started the Translations merch line was some guy I never even know. I'd never seen him before. I just so happened to be in Columbia with a friend of mine, and we were at a convention. I had a couple of t-shirts and I was selling them. And the first t-shirt that was bought was from somebody I did not know. I had no clue who this guy was. And shout out to you. I'm always going to shout out to you. You always got a special place in my heart because you were the first person that invested in my business and in my dream. And I truly appreciate you. And I think I did post that or reposted the same picture again. Either it was yesterday or the day before, because my birthday was August 15th. You guys, was Saturday. Today is Monday, August 17th. So go ahead, and if you haven't, if you would like to, go ahead. Matter of fact, if you would like to, go ahead and, you know, you can put on my wall happy belated birthday or whatever if you want to. My Cash App is Holly Swoosh with the $sign in the front. If you want to throw me a little dollar or something like that, you can go ahead and do that. I ain't mad at you. Listen, it's better late than never. All right? Better late than never. But listen, on the real, it's okay to get support from people you don't know, because that actually helps you a whole lot more. And then when you start getting support from the people you don't know, the people you do know will start to come around. Hey man, I see you doing this, that, and the third, even though they've been seeing you doing this, that, and the third. But hey man, I see what you're doing, man. I love it. I love what you're doing, man. And it blows my mind every time I get support from somebody who I know has seen me grinding from day one. And after everyone has shared or liked or commented on something that I did or something like that, that's when they come around. Yo, bro, hey, I see what you're doing. I'm excited for you. It's okay. Especially when I started doing like the comedy videos and stuff like that, my skits and stuff. Listen, people started coming around. Yo, man, hey, I want to be in one of your skits and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, cool, bet. That's cool. Then some people were just not 100 with it. Some people were just like, oh, I see you on a they would never say it, but I see you on a come up. I want to be your friend because I want to be around when you come all the way up. I want to be right there too. But it's so crazy because something would happen and that relationship would never work out. You got to understand, you get what you put out. Whatever you put out is what you're going to get back. Whatever energy you put out is what you're going to get back. So if you're putting out that fake energy, you're going to get that shit back, period. So everybody that was around me for clout and stuff like that, they're no longer in my life for whatever reason. Like either I had to literally cut them off or like there was a disagreement between us, bad blood, whatever you want to call it, and we're no longer cool anymore. And now I can see myself elevating and elevating and elevating. Like I manifest everything. I have been wanting to pitch to certain companies so that I can get certain sponsorships and stuff like that, so I can become a brand ambassador, just so I can work with other companies and expand myself and my brand as well. I've been writing a proposal all last week. Every single day I kept trying to write this proposal, and I'm like, yo, why can I not sit down and finish this thing? Well, on the last day, the day after my birthday, or was it the day after my birthday, I got a message from a company. As a matter of fact, I saw their ad and I saw that they were looking for brand ambassadors. And I was like, well, let me reach out to this company, because I had reached out to another company as well before that. Never heard from them. And I had actually already purchased products from them before, and I had never heard anything back from them. I'm like, okay, that's whatever. But like I said, never heard of this company before. And I just happened to come across their ad on Instagram where they were talking about needing brand ambassadors. I didn't think I was going to get anything from that or whatever, so I DM'd the company page or whatever. Somebody DM'd me back very quickly, and needless to say, to make a long story short, I am now a brand ambassador for that company. They, like, in that small conversation, they had already created a discount code for me and my followers so that I could bring more business to them, along with the fact that I have my own business too. Like, I don't mind us working together. See, the thing about it is, like, I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. You are the author of your destiny. You make this happen. I manifested this. Didn't even know it was going to happen like this. I said I wanted to be a brand ambassador for some company, didn't know which one, and this is what popped up and literally dropped right in my lap. And I'm just like, well, my God. Don't nobody owe you nothing. You got to go out there and put in that work yourself. Just because I purchase products from this particular company, that don't mean that they have to make me a brand ambassador. They don't owe me that. I like their products, so I purchased their stuff. Maybe they don't like me, or maybe they just didn't see my message, or whatever the reason is. I'm not a brand ambassador for them, and that is okay. I have my own brand. I do. It's okay. I'm cool with it. It's all right with me, But I can't get mad because they didn't want to rock with me. That's cool. That's all right. Usually when stuff like that happens, it's like God sending you in a different direction because there's something else that you need to see or something else that needs to happen. That's all right. That's all right. The last thing I want to say is you have to keep going no matter what. And if people want to bandwagon after that, that's cool. That's cool. You have got to be cool with whatever happens. You got to understand this life is a journey. Everything that happens isn't bad. It may seem bad on the outside looking in, but it's not all bad. It's a part of your journey. It's a part of your story. When you come out of that, you'll be able to say, hey, I came out of that. I'm victorious. Let me show you how I maneuvered through that. Your mess ups is for someone else to be helped so they can avoid that. That's okay. You're helping someone else because somebody did it for you. I'm sure there was something you didn't know how to do or something you were unfamiliar about, and you watched somebody else mess up and you're like, that's what I don't want to do. Or you watch somebody do it the perfect right way that got them right where they needed to be, and you like, I want to do that. That's okay. However your life goes, you got to understand that this is a journey. Your life is a journey. From the time you're born up until the time you take your last breath. It's a whole journey. And I know you've heard this saying before. It's like, usually people will see the date that someone is born and the date that someone dies, but the most important thing is the dash in between. That is the most important. It's not about when you're born. It's not about when you die. It's about the impact that you have on the people around you that time in between your birth and your death. What are you doing? How are you advancing yourself? How are you helping others? That's all I got to say for today. First episode. I am so grateful to have finished this. I had been talking about doing a podcast for so long. Anchor made it so easy for me to just go ahead and do it. Luckily, I already do have a camera set up, so I can go ahead and just post this. I'm so grateful. God is good. I'm thankful. I'm blessed. I'm alive. I have all of my fingers and toes. All of my limbs are intact. I have my vision. I can speak. I'm very thankful and very grateful for everything that I have and don't have and will have in the future. And I just want you guys to do the same. So I love you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to contact me. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, man. It's Holly Swoosh, HOLLY space SWOOSH, Holly Swoosh. And I'm Holly Swoosh on Facebook as well. Go ahead and DM me a message if you want to go ahead and purchase some bum gear. Also, go follow me on Instagram _ I am not a comedian, all spelled correctly. If you want to see some more of my merch, make sure you go on my Instagram page and click on that Translations merch page, and you'll be able to see all of the other things that I have to give. I will be dropping a website soon. Trust me, I will have one coming up. I promise you. I promise. I got a website coming up soon. I promise you. Just to make it easier for you guys to purchase, so it's not so much back and forth. You already see what I got. You can purchase what I got, and boom, it'll be shipped to you. But again, I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Y'all hold it down and have an amazing day. Always remember, celebrate you because you matter. If you don't celebrate you, nobody else will. I love you. Have a good day.
Hold on. You said Mr. SD Fresh made this beat?